escape truth. That's what I'm talking about. They're not going to escape truth. And they try to get wrong reactions, wrong light-based reactions, light-based opinions, so they can get ready for everything else. Now notice how they always pick. Don't know how to stop, like viruses, like they are. And that's what they do. This is what I receive every day, every single time. Different groups, it's like a non-stop kind of thing. They don't deserve a thing, if you ask me. They don't deserve me. They don't deserve me at all. I'm not theirs. These specific viruses, I'm not theirs at all. They wish. I don't stand with them. You have light-based reactions, light-based opinions to cause some type of nonsense issue is what they do. They're basically adjusting people. Notice how one group is doing one thing, getting this reaction, the other group is doing this thing, trying to put bubbles on that, put bubbles on that. It's like they're just trying to basically get a reaction and put people in these bubbles to basically control them. So do not trust these specific viruses at all. They don't have the best interest for anyone. And a lot of them do a bunch of things without even realizing what they're doing. There's, in other words, a specific nonsense to do something, and then in the midst of them not knowing a bunch of aspects, other people doing a bunch of other things. So whoever's doing this type of stuff, there's going to be other groups that take people out of these nonsense ways. Because I don't agree they're totally unjust, if you ask me. So one is doing one thing, the other one's doing another thing, the other one's doing another thing, to kind of just mold, manipulate, condition, convince, make people fit places and so on and so forth. All this type of stuff is lie-based stuff. They have no idea what the heck they're doing. Because if they did, they wouldn't be doing any form of nonsense thing. In a lie-based way, they would not be doing a thing. If they had any idea what they were doing, they would do everything based on truth, not any form of lies. So they're totally in the wrong, they're totally unjust, totally guilty. These specific viruses. And they should not be floating around. Yet again, I mentioned the same thing. What does that equal? That's the answer. Anytime I keep continuously mentioning the same thing, that's the answer. It's one thing to warn them, feel sorry for them, do this, do that, for them to stop. It's another thing for them to continue and cause issues. I don't care whether fix and control, doesn't matter. Their playouts are nonsense. They jeopardize the whole every single day, and they're trying to hide information every single day, and trying to even make people feel pleasure in causing harm. They're trying to make people feel pleasure in causing harm, and people being manipulated, people being abused, for them to be caused harm. This is what I've understood. This is what I've experienced. Them trying to make people have fun, have joy, and causing an issues and causing an harm on people. This is the misuse of truth, corruption of truth, the biggest problems here on this face of this earth. Biggest viruses here on the face of this earth. That's exactly what they are, and they should not be floating around. They should be punished accordingly in all aspects of reality. Every single last nonsense here, specific like this, the culprits, not the ones that are just victims, not the ones that are forced, conditioned, bribed, mind controlled. In other words, not their fault. They have to be stopped and prevented. And the programs, self-evident truth will be, regardless if there's any form of, regardless if people get deals, if something happens, there should be no form of suffering and no form of right violation. Self-evident truth will be, because this is self-evident truth. Self-evident truth is that the fact that these nonsensers are causing issues deliberately. They, like I said from day one, they were aware. If they weren't aware, it's their problem, not mine, for not being aware, for causing issues, regardless of being aware or not. They know that they're causing harm. group stop them, and them getting taken out of the picture. If not, every single time they cause issues, I get healed with technology in the correct hands, while these nonsensers get punished accordingly. Because I'm not going to agree or partake in the nonsense. They're trying to make me repeat certain things, do something many, many times, so something can be supposedly I'm in that chapter and I'm that way, and I'm not in that chapter, I'm not that way. It's a form of conditioning, convincing that they did on themselves, on each other, to try to supposedly make me believe or make other people believe, and so long for the people believe it, particularized, they could control and continue their lie-based behavior in terms of me repeating something, doing something more than one time, and so on and so forth. There's a just in all that stuff, and there's an unjust in all that stuff, and what they did is mix things up and did a bunch of unjust stuff. So there are problems in this reality.